If you watched our last episode, you probably heard that Piotr Walasek from the Baltic Wingsuit Meet promised me that he would try to make the biggest number of wingsuit flyers flight next to a diving aircraft in Poland, and they did. Amongst dozens of outstanding videos from this unique boogie, we finally found this photo showing 17 wingsuiters flying next to the airplane, and this video from the ground, which looks like an aircraft surrounded by strange UFOs. Absolutely stunning feat, guys. Congratulations. So I've been a skydiver for 32 years, but when I leave an airplane, it's gone. Whoosh. It must be really cool to fly in formation with it, but I'll leave it to the kids. You know what they say about old dogs and new tricks. Anyway, let's move forward into the 5th episode of season 13 of Air Sports News. It's actually episode number 125 since we started the show in 2020, and since then we've been mostly a self-funded organisation. So if you would like to help us continue this project, please click on the Patreon link in the description and become one of our co-founders. We really do need your help. As we promised last week, we already have some fresh New World Glider Aerobatic champions in Unlimited and Advanced categories, so let's instantly jump into these final results. Amongst almost 20 competitors in the most challenging Unlimited class, and after 5 programs flown, third place and bronze medal goes to Jonas Langenegger from Switzerland. Second is took by Magic Popianiczewski from Poland, and the gold medal goes to Ferik Tuth from Hungary. What is really important are just the little tiny score differences in the top 3. The team world champion is France, winning with second place Poland and third Germany. Very interesting flight till the last 5th program took place in the advanced classification. Finally, the new world champion is Oliver Adamy from the Czech Republic, second Tibor Fromentin from France, and third Paul Miroslav Veligensky. The Czech team took the World Championship title. Silver goes to Team Germany and bronze to Team Romania. All the best pilots in both classes flew only one type of glider, the Swift S1. Congratulations. A 17-year-old pilot named Mac Rutherford became the youngest person to fly solo around the world in a small aircraft after he landed on Wednesday in Bulgaria, where his journey kicked off 5 months ago. Mac, a Belgian-British dual national, landed on an airstrip west of Bulgaria's capital, Sofia, to complete his task and to claim 2 Guinness World Records. Along with becoming the youngest person to fly around the world by himself, Rutherford is the youngest person to circumnavigate the globe in a microlight plane. What is unique and almost unbelievable, he beat a previous record set by his sister Zara, who finished her own global flight in January at the age of 19. Mac's flight lasted 142 days, covering 33,631 miles and 221 total hours in the air. Rutherford registered 68 takeoffs and landings, and the highest altitude he reached was 12,500 feet over Mexico. And another promise from last week's show are the final results from the World Precision Flying Championships 2022 in France. We've got that, plus a special surprise for you at the end. Polish pilots have totally dominated the navigation tasks, even though they were not the best in the landing competition. Anyway, we have 6 Polish pilots in the top 10, which is an incredible result. The new world champion is Paul Michal Wojciech. Silver medal goes to Marcin Chust and bronze to Czech pilot Jonas Peter. In the teams classification, without any surprises, Poland is a new world champion, winning over the second, which was France, and third, the Czech Republic. And what's the surprise? It's our first special guest. On Monday, I had the privilege to chat with the new precision flying world champion Michal Wojciech from Team Poland. Well, hey, congratulations on your win.
Okay, thank you very much.
And the precision flying, I didn't really know much about this. I try and know as much as I can about different air sports, but I didn't know much about the precision flying. Can you Give us a rundown, tell people what it involves, what it's all about.
Okay, it's a bit complicated, but trying to make it easy. It's basically we've got two parts. One is the landing competition, and second is the navigation flight. So let's start with the landing competition. The aim of this is to land the airplane at the exact spot. We've got the zero line, is so-called zero line. That's our target. It's about 2 meters long. And our target is to hit it exactly with our main landing gear. So each meters behind, each meter before, we get penalties for this. Yeah. So, and we are doing few of them. And then it's navigation flight. That's longer. Each navigation takes about 1 hour 10, 120 minutes, something like that. We don't use any GPS. It's a basic navigation. So we got a map and a compass, and that's all what we can use in the airplane. No other navigation help. So old style, I would say, old style. Yeah. So that's the basic. That's we start. We need to fly on the route, be on the route, and with that we've got exact times. It's not who is the fastest, but who is more precise. So we've got exact times to be on everywhere, plus minus 2 seconds. So that's not much. It's when you are flying 300 meters above the ground, trying to be above some road or river, plus minus 2 seconds, it can be hard.
And the full-length interview with the new world champion is available to watch on our Air Sports Promotion YouTube channel. Check it out after the show to learn more about this really, really interesting sport. Oh, and don't forget about our Patreon link. It can be found in the description. We really do need a few more of you to come and help us. Come on, join in. So from time to time we're focusing on FPV drone piloting in our program, mainly showing the best well-skilled pilots of these fast and durable machines. But a few days ago, DJI released a long-awaited premiere of an FPV drone for absolutely anyone. Take a look. The DJI Avatar is a small, intuitive but expensive introduction to FPV drones for beginners. It's slower than the current DJI FPV, but it has a better camera and an enhanced ability to cope with hitting branches. Featuring 4K 60 frames per second video, a 155-degree lens and an upgraded stabilization algorithm, DJI's Avatar is the ultimate flight experience drone. But from the other side, while it's lighter and more agile than its FPV sibling, the Avatar's price may keep it relatively in a niche market. More than $1,300 for the set with new goggles and intuitive controller. Now we want to promote an amazing film project about extraordinary paragliding and speed flying pilot Tiago Cobra Amorim, based on a book written by Francisco Amorim. The documentary film is a raw and true visual timeline of Tiago's life. The primary purpose is to gather as many stories and perspectives from the people who were closest to him. Through these memoirs, the world will see how Tiago overcame adversity when faced with the unlikeliest of odds. This true story of resilience demonstrates the success of an untamable man who chose his own course through life. You can learn more about this project on cobrafilmproject.com and find out just how you can support it. Now let's move to Great Britain to speak with my good friend Andy Shaw from the Green Dragons about the amazing history of paragliding and hang gliding, but also parachuting in the UK. We're right after the great celebration event of the 50th British Hang Gliding and Paragliding Association's accuracy competition, and Andy was event director. So what's going to be landing? We've got paragliders. Have you got parachutes landing as well? Oh, here's one now.
Yeah, that's Tyron Paul. He's one of the new pilots just made into the British team. And how you doing, Tyron?
Yeah.
How's your competition going?
Hopefully good.
Okay, hopefully good. There you go. He's not officially allowed to talk to anyone until he's come to school.
Andy, this is how we met at paragliding accuracy down in Cali, Colombia, right? For the World Games.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
And so this is an international competition, right?
Yeah, this is the 50th anniversary of Aquasea in the United Kingdom. And 50 years ago, the British Parachute Association and the Army Parascending Association become established. And this is where the sport started in the 1970s, early at Neverhaven, which is a famous skydiving centre in the UK now.
Yeah. So this sport, you don't have, this is just purely for paragliders. You don't have parachutists on this activity as well, right?
Yeah. We have parachutists as well. And over here you can see this is the tuffet. So the tuffet's all ready.
Yeah.
Here we go. And parachutists will be coming in shortly as well. But the parachutists are all tow launched. So we tow launch a parachute, release from a cable, fly around bush.
You can check out the full-length interview with Andy, as always, on our YouTube channel. There are plenty of other interesting interviews there going back the last couple of years, so you can look around and check them all out after the show. There are some aeromodelling sports that seem to be a little bit more spectacular than others, especially when the mission is to fly dozens of models at one time and destroy one really big one in midair. You haven't seen this before? Well, here you go. Peter Strippel is a constructor of a gigantic model made of wood, cardboard and foam. It flies extremely slow and it's even hard to turn this thing. But during these special events like this, dozens of other aeromodelers with light, low-cost cardboard models need to destroy their big brother in any way possible. No rules, just pure dogfighting in the air. What an epic spectacle. Just look at this. Many times we've showed you some really interesting eVTOL products around the world, which will be the future of public transport maybe very soon. But mostly it's in some slow test flight or a hover. But we have never before seen an eVTOL that can do an air display flight, which looks almost like an aerobatic show. Take a look at the Black Fly aircraft during Oshkosh.
Over there at Black Fly. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way
I guess one day we'll put this machine into our Hall of Fame section, but now let's check out what we have in it for you this time. On the 23rd of August, the rigid airship Graf Zeppelin departed Lakehurst Naval Air Station, New Jersey, on the 8th of August 1929, heading east across the Atlantic Ocean on the first aerial circumnavigation by air. The flight was sponsored by publisher William Randolph Hearst, who had placed several correspondents on board. On the 27th of August 1962, the Mariner 2 lifted off from Launch Complex 12 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, Florida, aboard an Atlas Agenda B launch vehicle. This was the second space probe to be sent to Venus. Previous mission, Mariner 1, failed when the launch vehicle veered off course. On the 28th of August 1957, Michael Randrup and Walter Shirley flew a Canberra B aircraft to an altitude of 21,430 meters over southern England. This set a new FEI world record for altitude. The Canberra climbed at a very steep angle until reaching the peak altitude. On the 28th of August 1961, Huntington Hardesty and Earl D. Itch flew an F-4 Phantom II aircraft to an FEI world speed record of 1,472.777 kilometers an hour over a 3-kilometer course at White Sands Missile Range, New Mexico. They flew only 125 feet above the ground. That's it for today. Please remember that you can find and watch our content on all the social media channels. You might be here on Facebook or on Instagram or Vimeo or YouTube, wherever you're watching. Check out the other ones. I'm leaving you with amazing VES paragliding content showing what the paraglider perspective looks like on a ridge flight along the seashore in 360 degrees view. As always, stay safe guys and keep your eyes on the skies.